Hello, everyone, and welcome to the InTheRoom Christmas Special 2021. Now, this will be slightly different. Stop it. You're going to make me laugh. Oh, God, now I've got to keep this in. How glorious. Now, that might just be the perfect way of summing up what I'm about to say, which is, unlike our typical podcasts, this might not be as serious or worthwhile of your time. That'll be entirely up to you, but it should be a good time. So we've got myself here. We have got the wonderful Christian Lee Smith. How are you doing, Christian?
I don't know about wonderful, but I'm all good.
He's all good. And we have got two very special guests with us today on the Festive Podcast. Now, Smith and I, we could have gone for, a big casting director. We could have gone for a director of film. We could have gone for an actor with awards. But no, we decided to go with two of our mates from drama school, the wonderful Gareth Morgan and the wonderful Jack Crutch. How are you both doing today, fellas?
Good. Nervous. Very, very, very nervous, to be honest with you. Honestly, I feel a bit sick. And do you know why I feel so sick? It's because I love podcasts. I listen to podcasts. The idea of being on one, to me, is a nightmare. And if I remember correctly, about 1 year after graduating, Gareth asked me to be on a podcast with him, and I flat out said no.
I've just been reminded of that scenario now.
Oh, on a podcast together.
This isn't actually their podcast. Here we go! I can't remember what that one was called.
Lovely. So we've got a festive theme to our podcast this year, of course, and we are going to be doing this a bit like A Christmas Carol, the Charles Dickens novel. So we are going to be looking at the industry ghosts of Christmas past, the industry ghosts of Christmas present, and the industry ghosts of the industry yet to come. So we've got a nice festive feel to the podcast today. But if Gareth and Jack, do you want to introduce yourselves to our listeners? Tell us a bit about yourselves, and each of us has got a Christmas drink. So we're going to talk to you through a Christmas drink. And if you haven't got one already, pour yourself one now. You're probably going to need it.
Oh, yes. Who's going to go first?
You go, Gareth. You introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Crystal Palace Film Festival award-winning actor Gareth Morgan. Little film by the name of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Christian Lee, he knows a little bit something about that. Christian Lee,
fellow award winner. Yes, bro.
That's the one. And I've been undertaking a chosen unemployment for the last 3 years. Since then, that's I currently work as like a presenter / writer for a YouTube company, so I'm kind of using those money well spent drama school skills to good effect right now. And this is a Tuesday night being spent with 3, 2 and 1 questionable person who just smelled a candle.
Yeah, Christian, did you just smell a candle?
Yes, it's a gorgeous scented candle.
What's the scent?
It doesn't say, but it smells like a bit of heaven.
It smells like instant regret to me, but
Morgan, what's your Christmas drink?
My Christmas drink. I went to Aldi just before this because I was hoping to get a big bottle of mulled wine and went my way through that, but they didn't have any because it's a very popular time of year, obviously. So now, I don't know if this is a visual podcast, but I'm showing the lads a mojito can, which I have festively stuffed into my Christmas markets. Manchester Christmas markets. Little plug there. I'm getting paid for this. It's paid sponsorship. There it is. So I'm having a mojito in a festive mug.
Fantastic. And Jack, tell us a bit about yourself and your Christmas drink.
So my Christmas drink I've gone with is mulled wine with 2 bits of orange in it, because I think that's what you're supposed to do. I think. A bit about me. I lived with Matt and Christian for 2 years.
Who was your favourite?
You told me already. Go again.
Christian.
I mean, I loved pranking Matt, obviously.
Oh,
every
God,
day.
funny.
For listeners that don't know us well, Christian and Jack, and Morgan was on this prank as well, they spent 3 days convincing me a ghost lived in our flat, to the point where I called my parents and was like, guys, I'm not really a believer in ghosts, but I might need to come home. This is how mentally you think drama school tortures you? No, it was the actors you live with, and I chose wrong.
You know what's so funny? I remember being in your bedroom and somehow managing to convince you that, without you seeing, I'd throw a book off your bookshelf and I'd manage to convince you that there was a ghost in your room throwing a book off, even though it was just me doing it.
But it was
It's
the
horrendous.
commitment of the prank. Anyway, this
That
is not
is
a Halloween
because
special.
no, I have to say though, that's because Matt has this narrative that the world's out to get him. So he thinks probably there's a poltergeist in his room.
So
I
the
mean-
normal and the paranormal are out to get him
Yeah.
on occasion. That's...
Right, this is the InTheRoom festive special. We're being positive. This is Christmassy, and that did not sound very Christmassy from you there, Christian. So, do you want to tell us
Talk about
about
Christmas
your-
ghosts.
Yeah, well, it's actually, the Christmas Carol podcast, so fair enough. Right, Christian, tell us about your Christmas drink, because you told us about this before we started recording, and no one's ever heard of it.
Yeah, well, that's because I am a sophisticated chap. So I have glug. I think all our listeners will know what glug is. It's a Swedish Christmas drink. You watch it be like from Norway now.
You
Yeah,
just
so
named
it's
a
really
random
nice
country.
with a touch of vodka in.
What noise do you make when you drink it?
Yep, so very nice.
That noise.
For goodness sake. Okay,
Sorry,
my
my
Christmas
relationship.
drink, I have gone for a festive gin and tonic. So I've got London dry gin, cranberry juice, some cranberries, a bit of rosemary, which you give a
I
little
thought you were
slap
going for Bailey's
before you
hot
put it
chocolate
in.
with whipped cream. That's what you said.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm watching the Christmas pounds at the moment, so I thought some hard spirits is more
Yeah,
my
okay,
vibe.
nice.
Okay.
I'm a bit of a gent, and that is my festive drink. And without further ado, I think it's time we move on to the ghost of Christmas past. So, this is the first section of our podcast, and we are talking about the ghosts of industry past. Now, each of us has prepared something to say. Now, this is either something in our industry or an experience that we've had personally that we want to stay in the past. This is a section to have a rant, to exercise some demons, and let's go. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first because I just want
Yes,
to get it
Jack.
out there. I need to. Mine's, as soon as I say it, you're going to know why I've said it. Because obviously I went to drama school with all you three. And the thing I'd like to keep in the past is solo singing. Because I'm not a very good singer. Singing lessons we had once a week. And I think it was like 3 weeks into, maybe 3 weeks into drama school, we had to bring in any song, didn't we? And perform it in front of the whole year. And I brought. Do any of you remember what I brought in?
Was it a
what
rock
kind
song?
of man am?
I brought in "Run" by Snow Patrol.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah. Of course you do. Everyone remembers it for all the wrong reasons. I sang that, and the singing teacher said to me, he said, "Jack, I want you to put that." I didn't get to the chorus. He said, "I want you to put that in a drawer, lock it, and never get it out again."
Have you had it out since?
Yeah.
No, do you remember towards the end of second year, we were then, for like a fun singing week, we had to bring out the song that we first sung. So I had to get it out the drawer and do it again.
Oh
Did you
God.
get better feedback though?
No.
Oh,
And
You know what's
maybe
funny is that-
we all went to Arts Ed, which is like the top musical theatre school in the country, but we were not MT students. As far from it as you could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
So the idea of solo singing for us was a much more daunting task from any of the musical theatre students. Does anyone else have any singing stories from singing at Arts Ed? I know, Christian, you might have one or two.
I do. That wasn't the story I was going to go with, but you
Uh-oh.
can hear it if you want.
yeah, go.
I want to hear one, and then you can go on to your actual story. Let's do
Is
both.
it the
Let's
one
do a double
about
whammy.
Are you referring to the one where we were asked to bring a prop in?
Oh no, your
Yep.
flowers.
Yeah, so I had to sing. I brought in a song from Shrek. I can't remember the name of the song, but some of the lyrics were, "I picked this flower right over there." See, that's what the extent of my singing skills. So I was like, I need a prop to try and deter from the fact that I can't sing. So I went outside and got
Misdirection.
I got a little daisy plant, and I held it up, and I said, "I picked these flowers." And the teacher stopped there and went, "Lee, can you stop?" Did anyone else think that was really rapey? I was like, So yeah, that was pretty embarrassing.
I mean, on that as well, may I say that you
On
asked me
that!
at the start of the lunch break, you asked me, do you think going to get some flowers for this would be a good idea? And I had to say yes. But
Yeah,
on
you're
the
not.
feedback that you got, it's weird because you also sung 16 going on 17,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you were in your
That's a common theme.
mid-20s, and he was like, you got called a sex offender then as well.
Yeah, he called me a sex offender. It's a recurring theme.
To be fair,
I
the
don't-
same teacher called me a paedophile when I sang "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" to one of my housemates, so it's fine.
See?
It's the Christmas podcast, Morgan. Do you want to bring that little solo out now?
No, I don't. No, not at all.
Why?
That's because I don't like it. Got called a paedophile because I was singing. I said that I was singing it in the style of an uncle singing it to his nephew.
Oh my god! You even went for the creepy uncle. Oh god! Go on, Christian. What's your actual story?
Okay, so I had an audition once for a commercial, and I got in there, and they're like, "Oh, you need to sing," but like, I want to hear like an Australian accent coming through, which is on my CV. But I mean, I can't do it.
What, to sing in Australians on your CV?
No, singing is not under the starred skills on my spotlight, put it that way. But anyway, so I did it, and I was like, God, that was horrendous. And then I got a recall for it, so I went back and I go in the room, and there was these 3 casting directors, and they're like, "Okay, can you do it?" And I did it, and they're like, "Okay, cool. Can you just get in your boxes and do it now?" And I was like, why? They're like, because in the commercial, we think we may have someone just in their boxes doing this. So anyway, I did it, and there was like 10 guys that had been before me still waiting outside because they were going to recall us on the day for the final bit. I was like, did any of you have to get into your boxes?
Don't
to
tell
do
me
that
you're the
bit?
only one.
None of them.
No.
Yeah, I was perved upon, Crutch.
Oh my. Why have you got such a big grin? I mean, the listeners can't see, but you're the biggest grin.
Well, you know,
He loves it.
was
He
sort of
loves it. Most
flattering at the
people would be
same time,
scarred
wasn't it?
about this, but he's like, I love the fact they
Yeah,
tried to be
he's the only
weird
one
with
that's been
me.
asked to get in his boxes.
Oh, it's the fact that somebody sat there and went, what's going to make this more bearable if he takes his kit off? There we go.
We just
Yeah,
know
that's
that if it was
better.
me or Matt in the room, we would not be getting in our boxes. They'd be asking us to
They'd
put
ask us to put
They'd
extra
ask you to
layers
leave.
on.
I took my top off in the middle of we did an advertisement audition at drama school, and it was like,
do that.
I don't know what it was. It was like M&S or something.
Getting your top off. I must have been like 19 or 20. I was looking at your body, not in a creepy way, and I was thinking, how has he got so much hair on his body at such a young... You're a year younger than me.
Yeah.
Places I've never seen it.
I know, and it apparently all just went into a cluster on my chest and stomach and left my head.
Yes, the listeners can't see that either, but Morgan's got a rather large head, and it also has no hair on the top.
Wait, we've never called it large.
Just revelation on the podcast. This.
Let's put it on some scales and see what it comes in at, because I think it's a big boy. So, Morgan, so you've told your story. Christian, you told your story. Crutch, you've told your story. Oh god, it's time for mine. So a few years ago, I did a Christmas show at the theatre that is down the road from Artsed. I don't think any of you came to see it, but it was a Christmas show, and it was a musical. And I'd somehow managed to get cast in this show, but it was like ensemble slash. I can't remember the name of the character of this Arthur, I think it was. So yeah, it's either ensemble slash Arthur. And I asked, what does that mean? And they said, we haven't decided who's playing the named part yet. So I turn up on day 1 of rehearsals, and there's this Welsh actor there, and the Welsh are great singers. And it was between me and him still to like compete to get this part. And it was the worst thing in the world. Day 1 of rehearsals, after lunch, me and him stood up in front of the rest of the cast, the musical director and the director, and sung this main solo through 20 times, one after the other. Like, he'd go, I'd go, he'd go, I'd go. And it was clear within one go round, he is the far superior singer to me.
Well,
but he tortured me. Huh? No, I didn't.
Oh, you did it. Oh.
I got the answer. Yeah, cheers, mate. You
Not
brought
a happy ending to this story, isn't it?
I got the ensemble
Gonna
part.
end on the good bit.
Like everyone knew within the first round of singing it that this guy's a far better singer than me, but it was torturous. It was absolutely horrible. They didn't make me take my clothes off,
I
unlike
was
you,
going to
Christian.
say that might have swung it for you.
You never know. I was ready and prepared. I wouldn't have had as hairy a chest as you, Morgan, but it looked like a baby's bum there. But yeah, no, I didn't end up getting the part. But actually, the guy that got the part deserved it because he could A, actually sing in tune, and B, actually sing harmonies. So he deserved to get the part and did a very good job. But it was a torturous experience. So that is our first section of the podcast done, our ghosts of industry past. And now we're going to move on to the section where we think is the most risk to it, is the ghost of Christmas present. Now, in the second section of the podcast, we've taken the ghost of Christmas present idea rather literally, and each of us is going to give some advice to our younger selves, because we don't believe that any of us are successful enough to give advice to you guys. So we're going to pretend to give it to our younger selves. But if that's not Christmassy enough for your liking, we thought, where do older, not so successful actors chat a load of bollocks to younger people? Now, the answer to that is pantomime. Now, I mean, I actually have a lot of time for people in panto because it's a disgusting show schedule, and like 50, 60 shows or something crazy, and doing such a positive show when the actors and creative team are usually not home for Christmas, and you're performing it to year 8s on December 10th at 9 a.m. or something like that. So that's no diss to panto actors. I could never, ever do it. So what we will attempt to do is give our advice as if we are one of the panto characters talking to the audience, and we're going to call up our younger selves to give them some advice. Now, I've got some sound effects prepped for you guys. So we've got your panto entrance, so it's going to be something like this. And you're going to come on stage and you're going to pick someone out from the audience. So we'll pick someone to play your younger self, and they'll come and ask for some advice and be like, oh, Gareth, can you give me some advice?
Can we start with Christian, please? Because he's going to set it.
He's got it ready.
Yeah, so set the tone for the level of shit.
We'll give a bit of advice. And after the advice, we'll have a lovely yay from the audience, which will go something like...
Okay, yeah, nice. Support.
So I think you've been volunteered there, Christian, to go first. Now, who would you like to play your younger self?
I would like
pick
Gareth Morgan to play younger me.
Okay, so we'll give the entrance, and then Christian, what you can do is you'll introduce yourself to the audience. You'll be like, "Hello, boys and girls." Then, yeah, you'll be like, "Hello, boys and girls."
Hello, boys and girls.
But maybe not like after you did in singing. But
the feedback I had in singing class, you'll come out and say hello, boys and
girls. And then Gareth will say, "Oh, pick me," and we'll go from there. Okay. Is that the voice you're going to go for, Gareth?
We'll see what comes out, right?
Okay, right. Are you ready for your entrance, Christian?
Yeah, why not?
He wants to self-harm.
I want to know what his advice is.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready to listen as well. Okay, here we go.
Hello, boys and girls.
Hey, Christian.
Wanker.
I don't even know what to say. Anyway.
Sounds like Julian Clary.
What's your name? What's your name, man with the hat and the big head?
Oh, I'm Christian Lee Smith.
Christian, you look very handsome. Very nice jawline on you, young man.
Thank you, creepy old pedophile.
I just want to give you... I want to give you one piece of advice, young man.
Can't go in.
Relax.
Relax.
Be yourself, and always trust in yourself, young man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And don't call elders pedophiles.
Oh.
How do
There's
we
a
do?
little
How
bit
do
of
we do
extra
that?
advice there, but I think we can move on. Well done, Christian. I think you did very well to lead the way there. Now, which one of you two wants to go next, or shall I go next?
Oh, I think you have to go next now, mate. You got to follow that. That's...
Okay.
Who's playing younger Chopper?
I think we all should.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to be a
Let's heckle
three-headed chopper? You can heckle me. That's not very nice. Okay,
I've got a good one ready.
right. Okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Hey there, boys and girls. How are we doing today?
I'm terrified.
Fuck is this guy?
Who's this
Okay.
guy? He looks like a toad.
Right. Okay.
I've seen him on SpongeBob.
I've got. Thank you. Now, I've got a piece of advice to tell a really special person in the audience today, and
Me.
that person is Matthew Philip Harris, future unemployed actor. Would you like to come up to the stage?
No, you
Okay.
creep. Okay.
Okay.
Me.
You
Okay.
come up the stage.
All of us.
And you know the advice I've got for you, Matthew. Apart from people will be very nasty to you and live with you and convince a ghost lives in your flat. The piece of advice I will give you is that this industry is not a meritocracy. It doesn't mean that if
Not
you
a
work
what?
hard, it's not meritocracy.
don't know what that
It
means.
means that it's a society
thesaurus
or
out.
a thing that if you work really hard, you'll succeed. And that's not the case in acting. If you work as hard as you can, it's no guarantee of success. And that this industry is about working smarter, not harder.
Thank you, Matt.
And slipping the right people a few quid.
Glad he said a few quid. Jesus.
And
All
bribe
right,
people.
Morgs.
And bribe
Whoa.
people.
I'm not an animal.
Oh well.
Well,
I'm
actually,
not
as
picking
well,
you to play me.
I forgot to start. I do have some facts about pantomime, and now two of us have done our little panto performances. I think we need an interval where I'll give you a couple of panto facts, and you might
Bit of
not know
trivia.
this. Bit of trivia, okay? So it is panto custom that the goodie always enters from stage right and the baddie from stage left. Can anyone guess why this is the case?
Okay,
I
You
use
give us
that
a
as
clue.
excuse to
Right.
supplement in my G&T. No. So apparently, it's a tradition that's evolved from superstition of the right signifying heaven and the left all things hell,
Yeah, nice.
witchy and wicked. Apparently.
So what door was your room on when we used to go into your flat?
It's on the left-hand side, actually.
It was actually on the left-hand side, yeah. Oh dear.
Not a coincidence, I think you'll find.
Some of the noises sounded like bloody hell. So,
That's when
Right,
we
well,
just left
definitely-
green.
the farting. I mean.
I think it's
Well,
when
we're
we left
definitely
green is not a creative colour on. That's what I was.
Oh yeah.
Right, let's move on. Okay. So, theatre superstition tells us that the last lines of the pantomime finale, which are usually spoken in rhyming couplets, should never be uttered in rehearsals until the opening night, and it's considered bad luck if they are. There you go. That's another panto fact. And the last panto fact is the first pantomime dame, as we would recognise it in the UK, goes all the way back to the succinctly named Harlequin and the Mother Goose, or the Golden Egg, and that was performed at the Theatre Royal in Covent Garden on December 29th, 1806. So panto, as we know it in the UK, has been going on a very, very, very long time. But I don't think that we've ever seen a panto like the one we're about to see from Mr. Gareth Morgan. Would you like to be your panto character now?
No, I'd love to, I'd love to.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my word. Who would you like to play your younger self, Mr. Morgan?
Oh, Mr. Crutch, please, can I get him on the stage, please?
I don't know if I want to
We've all wanted a Mancunian accent from Mr. Jack Crutch. Right. Okay.
Rummy.
Gareth, you ready for your panto
I
entrance?
was born ready.
Okay. Excuse me, could I please have some advice?
And you can get on this stage if you like.
What's that scraggly stuff on your face?
Your mother will tell you when you get home. So, here's what I want to tell you, little one, with that lovely piece of facial hair you've got on your face. Don't lose sleep over something that's out of your control. Once you've done the work and after putting your heart and soul into something, what else can you do? Eh? Shave your head earlier as well.
I need subtitles to that.
Oh,
We've got them, haven't we?
incredible, yeah.
Yeah, we got it's on the Spotify thing where it comes up when the music's playing. Is that not?
I don't even know if Spotify can decode what just came out of your mouth, Gareth.
I heard this was an inclusive podcast and taking offence to this.
Oh dear. Oh, here he goes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now, the last Panto performance of the night, the best till last, some might argue. It's Mr. Jack Crutch. You ready to go, Mr. Jack Crutch?
I'm ready. I'm ready for you all to I'm going to take you all on. I'm ready.
Are we all going to be your
Still
younger
the
self?
pantomime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Checking.
Okay. Here we go.
Hello, ladies. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi. Hello.
I'm here to give you all some lovely advice.
Oh, tell us, Mr. Crutch.
My advice to you, young Jack, is don't compare yourself to others. You're all on your own journey. Be generous, be kind, and be supportive. Your time will come. Over and out.
That sounded like really good relationship
I
advice.
want to.
That was good. That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was good.
You were
I'm
very in
moved.
character
In
there.
fact, everyone went silent, and Lee looked at me with utter disgust.
It was only because I was going to cry, mate. I was feeling
Oh,
emotional.
Yeah,
I was
right
moved
there.
to sweating then. That was great.
You
That
always
was
sweat.
emotional stuff. And I think it's the perfect segue to our third section of the podcast, the ghosts of the industry yet to come.
Wait, what was this bit again?
Something about something that's yet to come.
Right, okay. The bells are still going. It's great.
How's it going?
So, I mean, I don't want to have to put us through them bells again, but we've just got you talking right through the Okay, we'll say it's the mulled wine talking. Now, This is the ghost of Christmas yet to come, and we look ahead in our wonderful industry at either something one of us has coming out soon we'd like to talk to you about, plans for the future, or anything we want to see happen in the industry in the years to come. Now, anyone want to kick us off on this front?
He's been busy.
Yeah, which one of us has got something to talk about?
Go on, Crutchy. Kick us
Yeah,
off.
go on, Crutch. Crutch has got big news, everyone.
Well,
Oh no!
yeah, I was quite lucky this year. I got to film a Apple TV series set in Second World War. I don't even know if it's coming out next year. It could even be 2023. It's one of those things where I don't know when it's coming out, but potentially next year. I had great fun on it. I was on it for a few months, got a small little part in a couple of episodes, and really, it's just a relief to have. I feel very grateful to have worked this year. Just a relief to get a credit because it had been a while, to be honest. And you start to panic when you haven't been on screen, or I'm sure you guys feel the same. So just relieved, and it should be coming out next year or the year after on Apple TV. So it's been good.
What's it called?
It's called Masters of the Air.
Fantastic. And do you have anything that you learned from your time on the set or your time doing the job? Was there anything that you learned for the future? Anything that was as expected or different? And then I'd really like to talk about how you got the audition in the first place, because I think that's something that people would really like to hear.
Yeah. So what I learned, I think what you were saying earlier, I like to think of myself as someone who's quite hardworking, and I try and prep myself as much as I can. Whereas on this job, it's almost like you couldn't really prepare yourself because the script and stuff would change day to day. I think it's a production which has got such a big cast that things change day to day. So you can't really. You just have to go into a job like this really open-minded and just prepared to be thrown at the deep end. And
was that difficult for you? Because as you say, you like to prepare, you like to work hard. So was that difficult for you to switch up mindsets?
Yeah, a big time. It was. I like a bit of routine and structure. I like to know what's going on in the scene, and whereas on this job, it things would change, and so it was good because it's good to be challenged in that way. I definitely learned an awful lot from it. And I got it through. I went to a webinar, a webinar with the cast director, and she said she was casting young soldiers, and I kind of emailed my agent and emailed the casting director and just said, look, it hasn't been cast, can I be seen? and then got a self tape, and yeah, and then got really. I mean, it's a very small part, but yeah, there's just that thing of keeping your ears out and don't stop emailing cast directors and pushing your agent, because they will eventually get you in the room for something and you land yourself a job. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic, and it's something that we all do. We all email people, and you rarely ever hear back, let alone
Yeah.
get an audition. But to hear from someone that we know personally that it's worked for them, and it's not just watching an actors roundtable with an Oscar winner being like, well, yeah, I just talked to people. I got like having someone that I actually know go to a workshop, email a casting director, get an audition bag. That actually does happen. It's not just something you hear. It's really reassuring. So yeah, Masters of the Air, Apple TV, either next year, or we'll talk about it next year on the Christmas special for
Whenever it comes up,
2023.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's amazing, Crutch. We absolutely love that. Right, who wants to go next? Talk about something
Just
got
really
coming up.
quickly, I felt like I was on like the late night show James Corden then when you started like plugging the little thing at the end. I was like, it's going to be on 8 o'clock, Channel 4. We'll be there. And I was like, oh,
I'm a
it's a nice
professional,
moment.
Morgan. I mean, I might look like a thumb. I mean, Christian said I've got a face for radio on multiple occasions, but I do radio damn well.
Don't know if you
Late night show with the thumb.
I'd put him on at about 4 a.m. for 5 minutes.
The early
Right
bird
when
breakfast
all
special.
the night shift people just need something to keep them awake and to not want to fall asleep with that voice around them. That's me. Right, who wants to go next, Morgan or Christian?
Morgan's up.
My up, all right. Mine's a bit more. What is mine? Mine's a bit more.
Small.
Beg your pardon.
I think the
PG
gloves got
family
to
podcast.
Christian.
It's my friend. Let's not go too far. It was more just about not particularly jobs coming up because you need one to speak about one. But with this, it's more for the future. Just not being single-minded, like focusing on your own journey to a point where it's selfish and you kind of shut everyone off, but not necessarily caring about what anyone else is doing to a certain degree. If it's people within your circle and it's people that you love and care about and want to see them succeed, great. Champion each other, support each other, and just because it's good mojo coming in around you, and it's going to help you in the end as well, just getting that kind of coming back at you as well. But in terms of, we live in an age of social media where you're constantly seeing people getting jobs and getting things, and if it isn't necessarily working out at this moment in time, it can build up, like you were just saying, chat, when it's one of those things when you've had a couple of years without a certain credit or whatever it is, it starts to build up and it starts to feel like, oh, why have I not got this, but somebody else has. Whereas if you do just kind of focus on your own journey and just, I don't know, focus on the people that are immediately around you and how they've attained things or succeeded in things and learning from each other, it's just a more enjoyable experience and a journey. And that's what it is at the end of the day. It's a journey. It's not about just, okay, I've got this thing, or I've got this award, or I've got this particular, it's not an acquiring industry. It's a journey industry where you're going to get more out of it if you just enjoy the ride. So just do a bit more of that in general. Enjoy the damn ride.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Does anyone else find themselves, as you say, they're in the age of social media, you see other people being really successful that you don't know really well. You might know them a bit, or you might just think you know them through TV or social media. You don't just try and copy how they've succeeded, as in, what they've done, emails or whatever, but do you find yourself ever thinking, oh, what if I literally behaved like them? So if they post in a certain way, what if I post in a certain way or act in a certain way? I want to act in a certain way. Because I definitely had that at drama school where I'd see people succeed in, and I'd be like, well, what do I have to behave like that to get it? And I think that was quite distracting for me at the time. Or is that just
human
a
nature, isn't it, to do that, to try and replicate what's worked for somebody else?
It's almost impossible not to compare yourself to others. I mean, I said that's my piece of advice, not to compare. But it's almost impossible not to. I think it's just trying to learn to, like you say, Gareth, go on your own journey. We're all going to have our time to shine. It's just we can't all have it at the same time.
I mean, we could. We've just got to write that film. That's
true.
Coming.
That's what we got. Yeah, fabulous. I'll go next because I actually do have something coming out that I can talk about, which is very, very rare. So I've got a guest character in an audio drama for the audio drama company Big Finish. And so what they do is they do all the sort of sci-fi audio dramas as their specialities. They do a lot of Doctor Who, and I got cast in an episode of Blake Seven, which is a classic like sci-fi series that they've rebooted as an audio drama. And I get to play this character opposite Colin Baker, one of the ex-doctors, which was just so much fun and with an incredible cast. And the reason I got it was it's not the same as Jack, but it's reasonably similar in the sense of it was going to be directed by Lou Jameson, who's an actor that we've had on our first series in the room, who I know outside of the podcast, and was written by Nigel Fairs, who we also had on the podcast, who was also a friend of mine. And they needed someone to fill the part because I think someone either dropped out or something like that. And because they've worked with me and trusted me, they said, do you want to send an audio sample and have a go at it? I did. Somehow got it through that and had an absolute blast. So it's called Babe and the Butcher, a very sci-fi title for you there. And that is out this month on Big Finish and on Amazon. So you can get it as a CD if any of you listen to CDs anymore, or you can get it as a downloadable file. But I had an absolute blast on that. And I think anyone that hasn't tried voiceover yet, give it a go, because we all hate the sound of our own voice, but there is a market.
Speak for yourself, Matt.
What was that accent,
Speak
Gareth?
for yourself, buddy. That's my voiceover voice. That's...
Your voiceover voice. But there is a market for every voice. So
did you do it from home, Matt? As in, like, did you...
So, yeah, it was remote recording.
Yeah,
so I recorded it. It was on my birthday, actually, in March. And I recorded it using the setup that I've got at home. I don't have any, like, really good equipment. I've got, like, a Scarlett 2i2, I think. Focusrite 2i2, which I think is the same thing. So it's just a simple audio interface and a plug-in mic. I don't have any foam on my walls. I don't have any of that. But what I did is one of my jobs... I've just got the foam whistles. You can't see this, guys, but Gareth's got about 3 little bits of foam that he says that if someone like jogs the room next to him, it just drops off because it's attached by blue tack.
That's how the professionals do it, Matt. That's Oh, really quickly as well, Matt. Happy birthday for March. I forgot to.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you. Cheers for that. But it was so much fun. And look into the world of voiceover, because you can get an audio interface and a mic for less than a couple of £100. Getting a voiceover agent's really useful, and it's a bit like regular commercials. If you get one voiceover commercial job, it can pay your rent for like half the year or a whole year if it's the right one. And with voiceover, yes, it's a reasonably closed shop, as in a lot of people are in that circle. But if you can get an agent that gets you in there and you get one like commercial job or one audio drama job, you're in. Like, you get your name out there and you've got a base to work from. And it's so simple. Like, if you're reasonably good at sight reading, or even if you're not, you literally sit at home in your pajamas recording whatever it is via a video call, or you get paid to go to a studio and you talk and you get paid for it. Like, it's great. There's none of the live pressure, well, rarely any of the live pressure that you get when you go on a film set. So if anyone's looking to get into voiceover, I'd say get into voiceover. But yeah, if you're looking for something sci-fi this Christmas, a plug, look at Babe and the Butcher, and you can watch me. You actually can't watch me. Great, fuck that. You can listen to me. You can listen to me if you haven't heard my voice enough. But
anyway, Babe and the Butcher sounds like the kind of song that Lea'd sing, Christian Lea'd sing in the singing class at drama school.
The character he played with that Daisy.
Babe and the Butcher.
Anyway, Christian, what have you got to talk about or want to say? Wow. Did you even do this prep?
He did not do this prep, did he?
Did you do this prep? I have a film. I did a small part in a movie during the height of the pandemic. Only a small part, but it was really fun to do. I think the lead actress enjoyed doing it as well, because she kept having to shove this sock down my throat.
What?
What type of movie was it? Can we find this online?
It's called Demon Mind. It's a horror film.
Sounds like a blue movie to me.
But like, for some reason, she only had to put this cloth over my face to like suffocate me. We were acting right, but she was insistent on shoving it right down my throat, like I was genuinely suffocating. And she did it like 20 times. She kept getting the one word wrong. That's why I thought it was on purpose. But yeah, that's going to be out. I don't know what it's going to be on yet. They're trying to get a streaming service. It's definitely going to be in Asia. So it could
Yeah,
be
nice. I
famous.
definitely want to see that scene. That's for sure.
If
Yep,
anyone
yes,
wants
please.
to watch Christian get tortured on video, which
Yeah.
I think if anyone knows him, we all want to watch him get a sock shoved down his fucking throat, then
Again.
we're all going to be streaming this show. And I think that's a really friendly, positive, festive attitude to round up the podcast section and to head on to our Christmas quiz. So this Christmas quiz, get your notepad and pens
Yeah,
out,
I bloody love
get
a
ready
quiz.
for some Christmas
I love
trivia.
quizzes.
Because Christian, Gareth, and Crutch are going to be going head to head in our In the Room
I'm just gonna
festive
lose.
special Christmas quiz.
God.
Can we use Google?
Can I get another beer?
Why are we talking over the
roll.
transitions again? Stop.
Can they hear us over the transition?
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Okay.
Anyway,
Jingle
welcome
bells.
to the fourth section, the gins kicking in, the final section of our Christmas special 2021, and this is a Christmas quiz. So each of our wonderful participants will be going head to head. They each have 10 questions prepped by the evil quiz master, Mr. Matthew Philip Harris himself. Hello. And you guys will need to honestly count your own scores because I didn't think ahead as to how I'd count the scores. So you need to honestly count your
Well,
scores.
Christian's
and
going to
just so you
cheat. I can
know,
already see by his face he's going to cheat.
yeah, he's trying to load up Google, isn't he? This is why I said that even though we aren't recording video, I want cameras on so I can at least see him cheating and call him out on it. And
camera's dying now. There's a bit of a problem.
And the thing is, Christian, Morgan, Crutch, and I were talking when we had the planning meeting, which you failed to attend. And let's just say you might regret failing to attend that with the questions you have coming. And also, I've got 2 sound effects, one for when you get a question right and one for when you get a question wrong, but they're both immensely irritating / disturbing, so we may only get them for one set of questions before we all get sick of them, but we'll play them anyway. So if you get a question right, you'll get cocaine sniffing Santa.
Oh.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Christmas.
That's good, right?
God, that's Jack's
Or
kink there.
if you get a
kicking in.
question wrong, we've got Ebenezer Scrooge, which was played in a version of Christmas Carol. See, we're keeping the tangent going here. But I think it was played by the actor that plays Mario. But it's quite disturbing. There's some theme music in the background. So here we go. Have you ever heard Bar Humbug said like that?
Once, but it was with one of my former housemates, and I don't want to talk about it.
Right, let's move on. But we may not keep those sound effects for too long. We might just use them for our first contestant stepping up for the In the Room Christmas quiz, and that is the wonderful Gareth Morgan.
What's happening?
Space, man.
He's so disturbed. So 10 questions, and I don't have a specific time limit on the answer, but if I feel like you're taking ages and Googling something, or if I can hear a keyboard, then we'll just forfeit the question.
So if I got to
So-
mark down when I get it right or wrong?
Yeah, so you'll give me the
You know
answer.
what?
Yeah,
I'm
let
going to
me
keep.
explain.
I'm going to keep track of the scores.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to open a spreadsheet.
Oh, here he is.
Okay, do you want to load up Excel?
You spread them.
God.
Spread them. Here we
Right,
go.
well, right, okay, come on now. So,
He's opened the floodgate.
yeah, I'll ask you the question, you give out the answer, and the sound effect will tell you whether you get it right or wrong. Mr.
Okay.
Gareth Morgan, are you ready for the In the Room Christmas quiz? I've developed a speech impediment, which is great. The gin's kicking in.
I'm
It's
quacking myself. Does
aviation,
that help?
Ryan Reynolds American gin. So if Ryan Reynolds
yeah.
wants to sponsor this podcast, he is more than welcome. Are you ready, Gareth?
I'm not, but let's go.
Okay. Question number 1. Finish this famous stage direction from William Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale.
Oh my.
Exit pursued by a what?
Wasp.
Wait.
I don't know why that came to my mind.
Wait, Matt. If he can't get it, can we try and get it?
Buzz in.
Want to get extra questions?
Yeah.
The Wild West.
No, what I'll do is, because Christian's questions are basically impossible, I'll do his last.
Wait.
actually. So
His are impossible.
No, a lot of people will be screaming down their headphones right now that you should know this, Gareth. I know Crutch knows it because that's the reason he's brought that up. Christian won't know it because he thinks Shakespeare's a pile of shit. So
I think Christian was my Shakespeare partner for the San Wanamaker Festival. Stupidly at me.
You end up
The
going
nerd
to
in me
Gareth?
can't believe you don't know this, Gareth.
I don't.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
fine, Gareth.
It's been a while.
And actually, if you know the Simon Pegg and Nick Frost film, The World's End, they reference this as well. And I know you would have watched that.
I'll
film
give you a
because they
clue.
reference it at the pub. No,
I've lost the question anyway. Just give me a clue.
I'll repeat it. And this is a complete fucking disaster. You might as well switch off now, listeners. But what we'll do Gareth's questions. We'll do Crutch's questions. And then if you want to try and answer Christian's questions to affect the score to win,
Okay,
we'll allow
yeah.
that. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
And that's if Christian can't get the answers, because he might be really, really good at cheating or much, much, much better at trivia than we give him credit
I
for.
can see the screen in his eyes, so it's fine.
He's going to try and cheat, but we all know it. Anyway, Gareth, we'll repeat the question. Finish this famous stage direction from William Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale. Exit pursued by a what?
Dog.
Ooh.
Is it an animal? Oh, shut up.
It's a bear.
A bear,
Pursued
obviously.
by
A
a
bear,
bear.
of course.
Because it's a famous direction, because everyone goes, well, how on earth did they do that? Exit pursued. He just randomly puts it in. Exit pursued by a bear.
Oh, there you
Don't know
go.
why.
I've learned
You're
something.
impressed, though,
Anyway.
Gareth. As a dog, I was quite impressed.
Question
There you
number
go.
2.
Better than a wasp.
Exit pursued by a
I
wasp.
think a wasp would be harder to get than a bear.
Could you imagine getting it on a little string, just having it buzz
Yeah.
along? Okay, question number 2. In which Christmas movie does Tom Hanks play 6 of the characters?
The Polar Express.
Nice.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Does he play 6?
Very good, Gareth Morgan. That's a point on the board. Yeah, apparently
Uncanny
so.
Valley. That's all I
I was
remember that
thinking
film
I
for.
should write down the characters just
Could've
in
chucked
case
me
someone
one.
said that, but I didn't. Anyway, question number 3. What fruit is traditionally put inside a Christmas stocking?
Tangerine.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Very good, Mr. Morgan. It is indeed an orange or a tangerine.
That's all I got every year.
Oh, wait, I haven't been doing the scores. How many have you got, Gareth? 3.
2.
You've got 2.
Give me the one for the dog.
I like the fact he was honest there. That was lovely. Okay, question number 4. What is the best-selling Christmas single of all time, according to the Guinness Book of World Records?
All I Want for Christmas Is You, surely. It's friggin' everywhere.
Apparently, it's Bing Crosby's White Christmas.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Dream, that one.
boom.
Great. Question number 5. In Home Alone 2, who does Kevin run into in the hotel lobby?
It's not Joe Biden. Donald Trump.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Very good, Mr. Morgan. It is indeed Donald Trump. Lovely work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Question number 6. Which Christmassy song plays at the end of the 1988 film Die Hard?
Oof.
Oh, let it snow.
Ho, ho, ho.
Did you get that? What?
You
Yeah,
might be
very
beating you
good.
there, Jaeger.
When I put this question down, I just knew Gareth would know a Die Hard question.
I
Very
only
good.
watched Die Hard for the first time last year. Sue me.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Is it a Christmas film? That's the debate.
It is a Christmas
Is
film.
it a Christmas film?
Definitely.
Right. Question number 7. Which character declares Merry Christmas one and all in Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol?
Oh, Pegleg. I can't think what his name is. Oh no.
Pegleg.
Alliteration there, isn't there?
I can't think what his name is.
I can't think what his
Have a
name
look.
is.
I'll give you a bit of time to try and think.
Oh no.
Oh, I've got it.
I'm trying to think what his dad's called, and that'll like do it. Because it's Scrooge, and then it's his dad's
Marley, isn't it?
Bob Marley. Tiny Tim.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Very good, Mr. Morgan.
The son
The
of
peg
Bob
leg.
Marley, Tiny Tim.
Mr. Tiny Tim, Bob Marley's son. I think it's Jacob Marley, isn't it?
No,
Is
it's
it
not.
Jacob?
No, it's not.
Or is it Bob Marley? I didn't watch that film.
J. Bob Marley.
Question number 8. What did the other reindeer not let Rudolph do because of his shiny red nose?
What did what?
What did the other reindeer not let Rudolph do because of his shiny red nose? If you think of
Joining
the
all
song.
those reindeer sex games. Joining all those reindeer games is what it is.
Has Gareth got another one right?
Ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Why do you know so much about Christmas?
Well, he started it with joining any reindeer sex games, so I'll accept the second answer of games. He's doing very. How many points is he on now, Crutch?
I've stopped because out of shock. I think it's 6.
6.
It's 6.
I
Fantastic.
got this.
Question number 9.
Joining all those
Which
little sex
country
games.
started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree?
I don't know this, so time for an intelligent guess.
Well, we're going to get a guess. I don't know if it's going to be intelligent, but we'll see.
That hurt. Oh, Austria.
Very close. It's Germany.
I was
That's
going to say
very
Germany.
close.
My
Oh,
home,
we
my
was-
home, my home.
like a year 7, isn't he, at maths? Like, I got it right now. Lovely. And the last question, Mr. Morgan. What stick would you put into a mulled wine? Stick. I said stick, you bastards. That's
I know what
what
stick Jack's been putting in his mulled wine all night.
Oh
Penis.
my
Um,
lord. He's got some orange slices. Leave him alone.
What would you put? Not a cinnamon stick, is it?
Is that your final answer?
Should it be?
Well,
I'll give that away.
isn't it?
Cinnamon stick.
I think it's a cinnamon stick.
Ho, ho,
Yay!
Oh, that's
Well done,
mental.
Chopper Morgan.
Very good, Mr. Morgan. How many points has Mr. Gareth Morgan got?
7.
7. That's pretty hard to beat, Jack Crutch, but we'll move on to your questions. And it's not over after that because we've got Christian's impossible questions to try and get. So, Mr. Jack Crutch, 10 Christmas questions. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
On Christmas Day, 1914, what activity did some soldiers from the British and German armies leave their trenches to do?
A game of football.
ho, ho, ho.
Okay, good start.
That's one, that
Very
Jack.
good. That's 1. Are you keeping score as well, Gareth, just in case?
1.
Oh, I've just added a tally to Gareth's.
That's 8 to me, 1 to Jack. That's
Okay.
fair.
Okay, question number 2. In which children's classic is it always winter but never Christmas?
Children's classic.
Leah know this.
Oh,
It's a fantasy novel.
always
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I
I
did
know as
know.
well.
a fantasy novel.
I know.
Is
I
it?
have this as
Is
well.
it? Is it the thing that's on at the bridge at the moment?
Well, the Book of Dust.
Oh,
No,
that
it's
Christmas
not.
classic.
It's not.
I don't know. Is that? I don't know. I'm gonna go
But
with.
it is
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Narnia.
Oh.
Ho,
Kidding.
Yeah.
Merry
Oh,
Christmas.
very good.
I don't
Find
get
a
any
witch in
easy
the
questions
wardrobe.
like that.
I can't remember who
Damn
says it, but yeah, they go through the closet, isn't it? And it's all winter on the outside.
It's,
and there's
it's
Mr.
Mr. Ferry McAvoy.
Yeah, Mr. James Tumnus McAvoy in the
That's the
film.
one. You're on 2,
Fantastic.
Jack.
that was a guess.
What comes next? Oh, this is question 3. What comes next in Wham's Last Christmas? Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance.
Ah, what last?
You might have to sing it, Crutch. That might help. So,
Not
what
the
comes
full
next
damn
in-
song.
No, let's stop for that. I'll give you a question again. What comes next in Wham's Last Christmas? Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance.
And I
Once
wish
bitten,
I could
twice
Right, you
shy.
guys, shut up. Let him have a go.
I keep my distance, and that's not the lies. I keep my distance, and that's not a lie. I keep
So
my
what's the lyric
distance.
there that you've gone for?
We need to put that.
I'm gonna go with "Don't Deny." Don't deny. Yeah,
And you just pass me by.
It's not that either.
God
Christian,
damn it.
You want to guess?
That was Morgan, not Christian.
No, I said Morgan got it wrong, but do you want to
Oh, for
guess?
God's sake.
No.
It's But You Still Catch My Eye.
I
Oh,
knew it was that.
My lyrics are better
yeah, don't deny.
than the late George Michael's.
No, lovely. Question number 4. What gifts did the 3 wise men gift to the baby Jesus?
What?
Gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
That was well easy.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas.
That is low-hanging frankincense there.
I mean, you did get what stick would you put into a mulled wine?
Yeah,
think
I
that's
told you earlier.
I know it's a stick I'd put in your mulled wine, Matt.
Right. Okay. Let's move on to question number 5. In Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, see, we're sticking on theme. What is Scrooge's first name?
Ebenezer.
God's sake.
That is easy.
Ho, ho,
Paid him
ho.
off.
Merry Christmas.
He's got a few more difficult ones coming up, though.
Oh, good.
Question number 6. What beverage company is famous for having Father Christmas on the side of a truck in their
Coca-Cola.
Christmas adverts?
Oh, a few hard ones coming up.
Ho, ho,
Not the only thing
ho.
that's coming. Holidays are coming.
Christmas.
Right, I've never heard my voice done so deeply as an impression. I'm going to take that as a
I
compliment.
didn't want to go high pitched there, mate. It's just
Okay.
it's rude. You got enough going on.
In Victorian time, this is question number 7. Jack, how many points are you on?
5.
You're on 5.
I
He's
think.
on
Victorian
5, Matt.
time.
He's on 5.
Okay, cheers. Thank you, Gareth. I'll try question 7 one more. You got anything to say, Christian?
Oh.
No, great, cool. Right, question number 7. In Victorian times, what was the main filling in mince pies?
The main filling.
It's not my Chester.
Oh my god,
Main filling.
that'd be horrific.
Do you guys know?
I reckon it was.
Well, I know. I wrote down the question.
I reckon it was human.
Excrement.
Yeah.
Right, Smith's
Right,
thinking
lovely.
Sweeney Todd.
I reckon Sweeney.
I'm going
had
to
a-
go with... I don't even really know what's in a mince pie now, to be honest with you.
Oh,
They just eat it.
Is it dog?
I'm going to go with fruit.
Fruit it now. Mince fruit.
So there is fruit in it, but the main ingredients in mince pies, the clue is in the name. It was beef.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought it was saying
Too
veggie.
easy. Too easy.
Beef. There you go. Question number 8. How do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish?
Are you kidding?
So it's part of a famous Christmas song.
Do you not know it?
I don't know any Spanish.
Don't play the damn song.
Por
I'm not
favor.
saying it.
Por...
I know.
Por favor. That's a good
Oh,
start.
Do you say por favor?
What
It
does that
is a
mean?
really famous song.
I have no idea. I just...
It's
Wanna-
Say
Say it again. Shut up, Morgan.
I honestly, I never get this.
Okay, so we'll give you the bar humbug anyway because you deserve it.
Is it really easy?
Feliz
Christian, do you
Navidad.
know-
Dad. Never done.
Yeah, Feliz Navidad.
Ah, Feliz
Feliz
Navidad.
Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
get
get
that.
these
I
types
wanna
of
wish you a
questions.
Merry
Chelsea's in
Christmas.
trouble.
That's that one, isn't it?
How's he got? How many has he got left?
It's
So,
question number 9 now. How many points do you have currently, Crutch? Because Morgan got 7 in the end, didn't
Yes, I've got 5. I need to get both of
he? You
these.
need to get
be
both these 2,
tied.
and then it'll be equal going into Christian's impossible questions. So, question number 9. Which department store released a Christmas TV advert in 2015 featuring a young girl looking at the moon through a telescope?
This is tough.
Pedo. Christian Smith is on it again. Look at his eyes.
I'm just going to go instinctively with John Lewis.
Ho, ho,
Ooh!
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Heads
very good,
is
'cause
that.
it's
They
the
do
old
good
man on
adverts,
the
don't
moon,
they?
isn't it? The
Yeah.
old man on the moon. Right, now question number 10. What is the chemical formula of snow?
What? Are you kidding?
Do you not snow?
Snow.
Feliz Navidad.
Wait, it's water.
Okay, well, what's the chemical formula for water?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
H2O. Was that a trick question?
Ho, ho,
You almost made me look
Oh,
really.
you.
Christmas.
I thought I was quite close there to get you there, but you. So that's 7 points apiece.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, so if Smith gets
Oh
7, we're going to
my
have a
word.
tiebreaker.
So Christian, you need to get 7 points to draw equal with these guys, and
Go on,
I
then.
have a feeling you might not. But if you don't get the answer, then either Gareth Morgan or Jack Crutch can have a guess. So
Alright.
gonna
after
steal
I
points.
say, so let's do it this way. If he gets it wrong, and I play the bar humbug for the billionth time,
Mhm.
once that sound effect finishes, you can each jump in to try and guess what it is. So, what do you want your sort of like your university challenge buzzer sounds to be? What are we gonna have?
She cries!
Okay, you've got She Cries. Crutch, what do you want your buzzer sound to be?
I'm going to go with Light Up from Snow Patrol's Run.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. You got to sing it, though. Like,
Light
kind of
up.
like
Okay. Here we go.
The answer is
Sorry,
right.
question. 10 questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Of course not.
Question number 1. How many gifts were given in total in the 12 Days of Christmas song?
I know this.
Quick maths.
It's one of those bits of pub trivia that you either know or you don't, or you're really good at maths and you can work it out.
Say again.
We've got a time limit, yeah?
He's Googling it. Look at his little
He's
face.
Googling.
so
No, we're not having
Googling
that.
it.
He's Googling.
364.
Right.
What?
Well,
How does he
okay.
know
I'm
that?
just not accepting that. There's no way you knew that. There is no
Of course
chance.
I know that. It's one of them
Yeah.
pieces of trivia that you just know or you don't.
I can't
Oh
believe
my
this.
God, then why did you jump in
Him.
straight away?
364.
He's not changed.
Ho, ho, ho.
I-
Merry Christmas.
The king is back.
Right. Okay.
I'm giving
so
him half a point of that because I
I'm
just
gonna
don't
give
believe
him.
him.
I'm gonna give him a 5-second.
Yeah.
Morgan had
Countdown.
about half an hour of questions.
Yeah,
but I
but
don't
you
know how to use
blatantly
the internet.
First question, you absolute scumbag. This is the Christmas podcast, and you are such a little twat.
Uh,
What? Have you got anything to say?
did you hear that, Rachel?
He's got a girl in there.
I've got a
Who's
ghost.
Rachel?
Ghost.
Oh, right. Okay. Question number 2.
Okay.
What year was the snowman first
Couldn't
shown on
type it.
TV? 5.
What
4,
year was the snowman? What?
3.
Oh, my hands are
2.
here. What year was the snowman? What?
What year was the snowman first shown on TV?
Oh, 1972.
Ha! Keep your hands up. That's how we can do this.
It's definitely not that. It's a new film, isn't it?
No, the snowman. I remember. Oh, was it? Oh, was that
Yeah,
like
it's that one.
1980?
So Morgan Crutch, you got a chance to steal.
Wait, isn't there a snowman film that came out like
She cries.
5
Crutch,
years
that
ago?
came out
Oh,
years ago. Oh,
We got She Cries. Gareth.
1988.
You might as well have a guess of a random year, Crutch.
I'm going really recent. I'm going 2015.
No, it's definitely not that.
Okay, good.
I reckon 1992 chops.
No, you've guessed between. You've either read wrong off your screen or you've
I
cheated in
wasn't
a different.
typing. My hands were up in the air.
It's 1982.
Oh,
You said
I
1972.
If he's getting sevens and eights
1992,
mixed up,
but
we're in
not
trouble.
1982.
Just the
Okay,
Go on,
here we
Alex,
go.
the next question.
Question number 3. Keep your hands in the air as well, actually. Keep your hands where we can see them. There we go.
Where's your other hand?
Which
Damn
King of England was crowned on Christmas Day in 1066?
You have a
King
lot.
of England, you say?
Which King of England was
King of
crowned
England
on
in
Christmas Day
1066.
in 1066?
So the Battle of Hastings. Then.
Well done.
It was the king, though. It's eluding
Horrible
me.
person.
King Henry V. Who?
Light up. I think it's I'm going with George V.
She cries. Charles II.
I feel like we're going to be overusing this sound a tad.
Yeah.
It was William the Conqueror.
Oh,
It's my middle name. I should have got that.
Makes it
This
sound
is the
stupid
question
when you
that
say it.
I right.
Yeah, it
Neither
does.
of you can jump in on this one because this is a B, or C one. So you just get it by guessing one of
Go on
them.
then,
But
Flopper.
let's see if Christian can get it. This is ridiculous. Snowflakes are often portrayed as being six-sided, but studies suggest that less than what percentage of snowflakes exhibit the ideal six-fold symmetric shape? You've got
What a
3
question.
options: 0.1%, 1%, or 10%.
1%.
Can we jump in?
No, not with that one, because you just guessed one.
I'll let you
That's what
go.
I'm getting away with.
I'll let you go. She
So
cries.
apparently-
I'll let
No
you.
way. No way.
You're
I'll
not
let you
going to
go
get a
50-50.
free point. I'm just going to give you the answer. The answer was 0.1%. So apparently
Ah.
very, very, very
Okay,
few
so-
snowflakes. Traditional shape. Anyway, question number 5. Alphabetically, which of Santa's reindeer comes first? List some of them off, and you might get it.
Mate, I
Oh,
don't even remember the
gosh.
names of that. Rudolph. I remember that one.
Stupid.
You had Pincer.
Pincer?
Pinson, something like that.
Pincer the reindeer.
Oh, no.
That's
Amazing.
Pincer the Pokemon, that, buddy.
It's one that sounds a bit similar to that, but it doesn't begin with a P.
Oh.
It begins with a B.
Ban.
Banter.
Not banter.
No. Was it? No. There was Dancer.
He's googling. I can see him typing.
Get your hands up.
Cupid. Comet.
No, it's close. It begins with a B. I said it begins with a B, and you just
B.
said
There isn't one beginning with a B, is there?
why? Because you're looking at your screen and you can't see it.
Oh, I know it. Oh, I know it.
Have a guess.
She cries.
Blitzen.
Oh, right.
Blitzen.
Ah.
Blitzen.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yes, I'm back in the game. By the way, for these questions, you wait till we go to jiu-jitsu. I am going to tie you up like an anaconda in the jungle.
I didn't know you did jiu-jitsu, Smith. It doesn't show.
Right. Let's move on from threatening the quizmaster. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm just going to fuck you over with another horrible question. Peppercorn are very similar to gingerbread biscuits. but
Peppercorn.
much
Pepper
thin-
bit what?
Peppercorn core.
Peppercorn corn.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing
Spanish
this
Happy
incorrectly. I
Christmas.
probably am. I apologise where these biscuits come from. Come on, we better press on.
Give me the
So,
question. Come on.
peppercorn are very similar to gingerbread biscuits, but much thinner, hard, and very crisp, and are found everywhere over Christmas in which Scandinavian country?
Norway.
She cries. Latvia.
Light up. Sweden.
Ho,
Oh, no.
Oh.
That puts me in the lead.
Now, I don't know if you'll pick that up on your headphones, but I swear Christian started with an S.
I was going
and
to go
changed
Sweden.
it.
I was going to go Sweden.
would've-
I
you
only
would have
said
had that.
Sweden because I saw Matt's reaction to Christian Sw, and then he went,
Oh, and then I went to
Oh,
Norway.
right. Okay. Well, apologies there. I was proud of him, even after he threatened me.
Damn.
Anyways, that means, Gareth, you need to get another question to tie this level. Question number 7, Christian. La Noche Buena refers to which time over the Christmas period in Spain? Now, I apologize to any of our Spanish listeners here. I probably butchered that. La Noche Buena refers to which time over the Christmas period in Spain?
Boxing Day.
She cries.
Oh,
Is that an annoying week in between Christmas and New Year's?
what is that? Is that your answer? The
That-
week between Christmas and New Year?
it translates as the annoying week.
Yeah.
No, Christmas Eve.
ho,
Oh, I can't believe this.
I thought it wouldn't be that obvious.
Very good. You were you're on the right lines, Christian, with a day. Okay, question number 8. We're tied with Gareth and Jack now. In which ocean is Christmas Island situated?
The Atlantic.
Light up. Light up.
I should have said Antarctic. Really.
Light
Take
up.
his buzzer off him.
Light up.
Go on, Jack. Go on.
The Indian
Go on,
Ocean.
please just stop that. Which ocean?
Indian.
ho, ho,
Kidding.
Oh, what?
How does he know that?
How is it in India?
There's 2 questions left. One of them, the last question, is so easy. So it's basically down to this, Morgan, if you know this.
I thought that
'Cause I-
ocean was frozen.
Easy. I haven't had one question about what.
No, I've got a
bloody
nice one at the end for
Coca-Cola
you,
company-
Christian, that you better know. So, question number 9. Which band beat 2009's X Factor winner Joe McElderry to the Christmas #1 following a successful campaign that started on social media?
Oh, what? Beat.
It's
I
actually
remember Joe
pretty well known.
McElderry. He didn't get #1.
No, because there was a big
Oh, yeah, there was, wasn't there? Sam
campaign on
McHale was
social media
fuming.
about how awful X Factor is, and this
Yeah.
band, this rock band, got the #1.
Oh, whoa.
It was with was it Jarvis Crocker's band? What are they called?
I have no
Can I have
idea,
half a point
sorry.
if it's Jarvis Crocker's band?
I don't even know if it's his band. This is very
Jarvis.
bad knowledge from me.
Oh man. Oh,
Just keep saying Jarvis Crockers. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, man. Jimmy Crockett. Jiminy
I can see
Cricket.
him googling now. Look
Get
at him
off! Get your
Googling.
hands up!
This is ridiculous.
Look at
Do
him.
you have any
He won't put his
guesses,
hands up.
Christian?
Oh, okay.
Any guesses? I know you're looking at your screen, but you better not be cheating. Any questions? Questions, answers.
I don't.
You cheat. You
He's
cheat.
he's given a really bad acting performance now. If you could see his face as he's just
I
actively
just don't
looking.
care anymore. I'm just looking.
Oh, well, you can't give it him.
Don't say it.
Nah,
Don't
I
say it
can't.
out
No,
loud.
obviously,
Just-
was it Pulp?
Who?
She
wasn't-
cries.
Wasn't his band then? Who was
Rage
it?
Against the Machine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like Joe. Nice lad.
Merry Christmas.
So we've actually got a tie. So if for some miraculous, horrific reason Christian doesn't get this question right, it's the first one of you that shouts out
Set me up to fail.
after the bar humbug sound. So
You're wrong,
after the
Christy.
bar humbug sound. But if Christian doesn't know this, I'll be shocked.
Okay.
Which day of the month in December is Christmas Day?
Is it the 25th?
She cries.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry
Simply
Christmas.
Well done,
having
Christian.
a
I
wonderful
think you ended up
Christian
getting
time.
3 points there, which I think is
Yeah,
a
but
mighty
your
effort,
questions
even with one
were
of
a
them being a
joke.
cheating one.
This is where you
Next
unveil the
time, turn up to
tiebreaker now, yeah?
planning meeting. But Jack Crutch
Can
and
I-
Gareth Morgan, you have drawn on 8 points each,
Chopper,
was
chopper,
it, after
chopper,
guessing
chopper.
in?
I have the final question for them to win.
You've got a Christmas
Ooh.
decider, have you?
Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. This is going to be
He's
so
got
weird.
cider.
Look at his
Well, you
grin.
need to either say ho 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 Merry Christmas or
Okay.
bar humbug, depending on if they get it
Are you
right
ready,
or wrong.
lads?
Oh no, actually, let's just have the call outs, right? So it's first one to call out.
First
Yeah.
one to call out.
And then if we get it right, then you click the ho ho or the humbug.
Yeah. Well, I don't know the
No,
answer.
but
do
then
I?
if we get it, if he
Wait,
goes
wait,
yeah,
wait,
then you
wait,
go.
wait,
Oh,
wait,
we'll
wait,
give
wait.
you
Christian,
the ho ho ho.
Christian, do you know the answer to your own question first?
I do. Are you
Okay.
ready?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Of course we are, mate.
Okay. In 2011, Justin Bieber released a
She
Christmas
Cries!
album. What was the name of that album?
She cries. The most wonderful time of the year.
It's not, is it?
Oh.
Light up. Justin Bieber's greatest hits coming to you this
Justin
Christmas.
Bieber's Christmas album in 2011.
I know that's
You
my
just
answer.
say-
Justin Bieber brings to you his greatest
I don't
Christmas
know the
songs.
album.
Brings to you albums you buying.
Both wrong. So
Well, the song's Mistletoe, isn't it? The big one
Mistletoe.
from it.
Was that the album? I thought it was a single.
no, that was the name of the album.
Oh,
Well,
right.
Right, okay.
there we go.
Another one.
Another type. My word.
No, I think
this is great.
you should do a question, Matt, where it's like closest to. Do you know what I mean? Like a number one. Whoever gets the closest number, that way there'll be a decider.
Right. Well, I'll do some googling, but this is bad listening for anyone that's
Oh,
still.
this is car crash podcasting. This is
We're the only listeners. We're the only ones listening right now.
Yeah, no one else is listening right now.
I think my housemates are.
Snow. Each year.
Christian's left.
Yeah, there you go. He's looking after his lady friend. Is Rachel a dog?
Okay.
Only 'cause
Right,
she
guys, you're not
won't
really
leave me.
filling us in with any good content here.
Rachel's actually a dog, isn't she?
Rach, come on.
So the question is, according to the Met Office, there were on average how many days of snow or sleet in the United Kingdom each year between 1981 and 2010? So according to the Met Office, there are on average how many days of snow or sleet in the United Kingdom each year between 1981 and 2010?
Light up.
It doesn't really matter who goes first unless you get it
Yeah,
bang
Morgan,
on.
you
It's
go.
whoever gets closest.
Oh, you said light up. I was
No,
mentioning.
I want to kind of gauge it off what you.
Can I hear
Okay,
light
I'm
up
going to go
again?
Winston.
What are you doing?
No, you need to
20.
sing light up
Just
before you give
20.
an answer.
20 days.
Oh,
Okay, 20.
I was going to go 20. I might even get it. Because I'm going off 356 days. 4
Right,
seasons.
we don't need to hear the maths, Gareth. Just give us a fucking number. We've already dragged this
30.
out long enough.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's that many,
The
is it?
winner
I thought 20 was a bit
of
high.
the Christmas
Some
quiz,
cool places,
the
you know.
In the Room Christmas Special 2021 is... It's Mr. Jack Crutch. Well done, Mr. Jack Crutch.
Oh,
Is it less than
yeah,
Dickens?
But
yes,
this
that.
is close. It was 23.7.
We're both pretty close.
So that's very, very close, but a fantastic effort. And thank you anyone that has stuck with us this long, because that was painful for us. So God knows what that was like for you. But let us know what your overall score was in the In the Room Christmas quiz. And to sum up, like a present on Christmas Eve, we better wrap this up fast. Thank you, Jack and Gareth, for talking to us. Thank you, wonderful listeners, for tuning in and supporting this platform. Christian and I wouldn't be able to do this without you. Have a lovely Christmas and New Year with your loved ones, and we hope to see you back in the room very, very soon.
I get it now. In the room.
Right, you can't talk over the outro, for goodness sake. Merry Christmas, everyone.